Ladies and gentlemen of Unlimited, of the YouTube community, it is time. It is time for your Raw Smackdown recap. Now, notice we didn't say WrestleMania in there because Matt Meffy has sent snipers to both of our locations. And if we talk about our opinions of WrestleMania, they are going to kill us.
That's a fact.
Yeah. Under the threat of death, you will not be hearing about our opinions of WrestleMania here, because if you tune in tomorrow night, you will see the Unlimited podcast WrestleMania recap. But today, we are just talking about the post-Mania Raw and the post-Mania SmackDown, which are usually eventful, exciting debuts, returns. Not really. Overall, two kind of just throwaway shows.
Walter, you're not wrong about that. But the crowds were good. The crowds,
yes,
and they were cheering loudly. I don't like when they play with beach balls.
No, that's stupid. Every time I'm in a crowd, I really hope for one to come my way so I can just put it down, rest my feet on it.
Oh man, Walter, I gotta say, I felt pretty tired at the end of watching SmackDown. That's a lot of wrestling in a weekend to take.
Oh my god, it's been so much.
I even took Saturday. I didn't watch anything on Saturday. Because if I would have been.
Yeah, I worked Saturday, but I watched a little bit of the G1 Supercard. Like when I got home.
What was the Enzo? Was that thing staged?
It's hard to say. It looks like it was, because they led them up the ramp and gave them time to flip off the crowd instead of just rushing them away.
I only caught bits of it on Twitter, so I was curious.
The cameras cut away from it and the announcers didn't talk about it.
Weird. Very weird.
So they might be going for some sort of they're outside invaders thing. Draws
interest, I guess. I don't know.
I just think Enzo was exposed against average WWE talent. You throw him in there with a team, say the Briscoes, who have some pretty dangerous moves, especially, the J Driller, double underhook pile driver. Enzo's going to kill himself.
I don't know. I'm a little worried for him. He was struggling big time.
Yeah. And if that doesn't happen, the Briscoes are just going to beat him to death.
I'll give it to ROH. It's a bold move, I guess.
Yeah.
With everything picking up, AEW is going to do their show here.
Yeah.
It at least got people talking, which
right. Which ROH kind of needs right now.
Exactly. So I don't know. Walter, it was a tiring week. It was. I would say I overall enjoyed. It was.
Oh yeah. Mania was enjoyable overall. The entire weekend was enjoyable overall. But now, for the last 2 days, let's get to headlines. The Undertaker appears
with one of the greatest entrances, in my opinion, of his career. I haven't heard a crowd pop that loud for The Undertaker in it's been a while. It's been
right. Yeah.
I mean, the fucking roof came off that place. They were screaming. He's nailed how he gets down there. Like it was a whole experience watching that entrance. And Elias is, I think maybe the bigger story here is who Undertaker, showed up for. Elias. I mean, oh shit, I can't talk about WrestleMania. The snipers are coming, Walter. I was so close. Anyways, the night before, facing who he did, and then against Undertaker, man, that's a really good couple of days for Elias.
Oh yeah.
It was awesome to see. I love Elias. I think he's one of the most.
The crowds both nights were so hot for him.
He's got he's so damn good with audience interaction. He's smart. He delivers killer lines. He's damn good. He's really damn good. Even just the line, I have to say, when he the next person is a dead man, and then that gong hit.
Right.
And he that facial expression of his, man, oh man, that was my moment of the night. It was the best. So, yeah.
That was definitely the best part of Raw. And then I guess you could lump these next two into one, Lars Sullivan and Sami Zayn coming back. Which it's speaking of Lars Sullivan, it's kind of concerning that he's using the diving headbutt with how much damage that's known to cause.
Yeah, I hated seeing that. Interesting, they're doing something that they've done in the past to debut him, which is going after legends. They've done that before, right? I guess it's right to get on the stage. What are your thoughts? Do you think?
I like Lars. I think he's big. He can have the faster paced matches and I think being in NXT benefited him because he worked mostly with smaller guys.
Well, I'll be curious to see. I thought he had it looked pretty good segment between him and Kurt, and then tonight against the Hardys, I thought,
right,
okay, it looked good. So,
yeah, and next headline: new tag team champions. Usos dropped them to the Hardy Boys, which I was actually not home for this. How was that match?
I thought it was a pretty entertaining television match. Went I think it got one or two commercial breaks. So it was a long match. It was a good match. A couple of really good near falls, and then you kind of sensed at the end, holy shit, it looks like they're gonna pull it off. And it was, for me, I thought it was an awesome way to get the Hardy Boys relevant again. I know they're a bit older, but to me, they still have a ton of value as a tag team. And tonight, they can really work. I think this is going to be a great little feud that they have with the Usos, or maybe the Usos are going back to Raw. I don't know. I guess we'll see. But to me, that could signal Usos are going back to Raw next week.
Yeah. If the Usos go to Raw, I'd love to see them paired up with the Revival.
Yeah, that would actually, that would be pretty fantastic. Yeah. Anything? There wasn't really a ton else from these shows, really.
No.
I guess you could say Becky's next feud is with Lacey Evans, which
fine.
I what I thought Lacey looked really good both nights. I thought Rock got a good hit, and she was I'm interested in it. They're polar, opposites. I think I bet they surprise us. So looking
Yeah.
forward to it.
Yeah, Lacey's pretty athletic. She's hard hitting. I think she just needs to get a little more polished.
And,
And I think an opponent like Becky, who's so experienced, is perfect.
she gets to debut in what's pretty much the best spot she could. I mean, she's great for the champion. So that tells you, like, WWE, like, man, Vince must be very high on her. Man, if Lacey Evans can hit it out of the park here, holy smokes, I think that'd be awesome. Get another established, body in there with Rosie being out for a while, someone to fill the gap.
Yeah. I'm very interested to see what they do with that feud, see how long they take it, see how many matches, if it's going to be a one-off or if they're going to go from here for a couple pay-per-views.
They might just see how the crowd's reacting, right? Like,
right.
Provides a good, she can get a good crowd reaction and she get the fans real, in favor of Becky. They very well could extend it. What's next? Money in the Bank?
Yeah, weirdly.
Yeah, so yeah, I don't know, maybe a month or two. But no build for Money in the Bank yet, of course.
No. I think the thing with that is they can't do that because they haven't established who's on which brand yet.
Mm-hmm.
Which that'll be next week, which we are going to format a little different next week. Because next week, it's all about the Superstar Shakeup. So we are going to take who went to Raw, who went to SmackDown, and say if they'll do better, worse, the same, what we think of where they went, what we think of where they could go. I think it'll be really interesting, and I think we could see one or two people be drafted to NXT.
That very well could happen. There's been talks of that happening. I think it'd be smart.
Especially a Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah,
I think he'd thrive down there.
It'd be interesting. I don't know if Dolph would. He's doing so much out. It would be good. He'd do some great matches. I mean,
yeah, but you got to remember with NXT, you've got a day a month that you have to be there for the tapings.
I guess it could. I just don't. I could see him seeing that as such a demotion, even though it wouldn't be. It'd be a cool. Well, it would be, but I don't know. I guess
I'd like to see it.
I do want to see people get drafted back to NXT. I think that's a good way to rejuvenate the career.
And I could also see people moving from NXT UK to NXT or NXT UK to Raw or SmackDown. I definitely see Pete Dunne going somewhere.
Yeah, I think that's why he lost the title, I think.
Which I would guess more Pete Dunne's going to Raw or SmackDown.
I think he'd be better on SmackDown.
Yeah.
I think that's just where he'd be. There'd be a lot of good opponents for him. He'd get a lot of time to wrestle. I think SmackDown would be a lot better for that type of performer.
Oh, I'd love to see Orton versus Dunne. I think that'd be fantastic.
That would be really good. I'd like to see him versus Andrade. That'd be sweet.
Oh, yeah.
Kofi, him versus Joe. That would be wild.
But I think the ultimate would be him versus Bryan.
Yeah. I could see another one I could see happening is him versus Braun. I think Braun's going to SmackDown. He appeared tonight on SmackDown, and he was going after Samoa Joe.
Ooh.
Couldn't help but think they're getting that started because he's going to SmackDown. So I I think Braun will be on SmackDown. I think Becky's obviously going to be on Raw. Or I guess no, probably Becky and Lacey will be doing double duty.
Yeah, because Becky's already said as long as she has both belts, she's going to be pulling double duty.
Yeah.
So it looks like they haven't officially unified them.
She'll which I think is fine. I think long term, I think you want them separate.
Yeah. So I think, say 1 month you have her defend against her Raw feud, then the next month you have her defend against her SmackDown feud.
That would be cool. I like that. I guess the only other thing I'm trying to think, there was someone that was on Raw who's normally on SmackDown, and I thought, okay, well that they're coming over to Raw, but I can't remember who it was. Anyways, the bar.
Yeah, the bar randomly showed up.
Yeah, the bar. So I think they'll be on Raw.
Oh, that'd be like 2 straight years of them flip-flopping.
I think it's gonna happen. I can't imagine why else they would do that. But
right.
I think Seth stays on Raw. I think Kofi stays on SmackDown.
Oh, of course.
But we can do maybe we should do a prediction show for that. I don't know. Let's think about it. Maybe
Yeah. Yeah. All
right.
Switch to Great, Good, Bad, Ugly.
Yes.
Great.
I know what mine is. It's Elias and Undertaker for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that too.
I'm probably gonna go watch that segment again after I'm done this.
Good. I'll go with the Kofi celebration tonight. I really liked that.
Cool. I'm gonna go with the Hardys versus Usos. I thought it was a great match. Title change. I like that. Good stuff.
For the bad, I'm going to go with because I already have my ugly, but my bad. The Weird Raw main event.
Okay.
I thought that was weirdly thrown together. I didn't particularly like it. I don't hate it as much as, some of the people online hate it.
My bad would be actually the people in the audience. I thought, you don't have to shit on something that bad. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
It was going to be a schmoz finish. Like, when they made that match, if you didn't think it was going to be a schmoz finish,
you're stupid.
You had to have at least a thought. So, at the very least, even if you didn't see it coming, you'd be like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Like, obviously, they weren't going to do this on TV.
Yeah.
But the people in the audience, they're chanting AEW and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, that's just rude to the performers. You're just cheering these guys. Now you're shitting on them, So right. It is what it is. But I didn't like that. Actually, I should almost make that my ugly. That is my ugly. I'll give you a bad after you give me your ugly.
My ugly is going to be the treatment of Bayley. Once again, just having her lose like that. Champ one night, losing in however many seconds to Alexa Bliss the next, which, don't get me wrong, I love Alexa Bliss. I think she's great. I think it's great she's back as a competitor. I don't think you needed to job her out that bad.
I think I heard something happen backstage at WrestleMania.
Really?
Sasha and Bayley. And Sasha posting weird canceled an appearance. Seems like something happened there. So I don't know. Maybe that has something to do with it. My bad would have to be trying to think, because there's a couple of ways I could go with this. I'm trying to think because I want to say the Bailey thing too because like man, I do if there did if, I don't understand that type of booking. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Um, yeah, I'm gonna go with that. There was something else I had on my mind, but we'll go with Bailey. I didn't
Yeah.
like now that you say that. It does actually it takes them completely out of the picture with completely derails any momentum they
Yeah.
have.
And
Yeah.
I also heard another rumor that I didn't see the match because it wasn't on the Hulu broadcast, but like how apparently during a pin attempt at some point, Bailey had her hands on the ropes.
Hmm.
And that could be like hinting towards a Bailey heel turn.
That'd be neat. Freshen up her character a little bit. Um, that's what I would like to see that, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've wanted to see that since the summer with Sasha.
yeah. Well, I don't know. I guess we'll see. I hope there's some better days. And that makes me wonder too what they're going to do with Alexa. Uh,
I
trying
could
to.
see Alexa versus Becky eventually.
Oh, yeah, Alexa would probably be a pretty damn good heel. That wouldn't be bad. I'd watch that.
Yeah. On to the 3 stars. My number 1 star. I'm going to do like a dual star. Elias and Undertaker.
There you go. That's I'm gonna put Elias up there. I know Undertaker was whatever, but I think it worked so well because people wanted to see Undertaker kick Elias's ass. So it worked really well.
And my favorite part of that segment was when Undertaker did the tombstone and he crossed his arms. The crowd actually counted 3, and I
Yeah,
guarantee you this was a spur of the moment thing. Undertaker held him till the count of 3.
it was great. Um, that was one of the coolest little segments I've seen with Undertaker in so long. I'm so
Yeah.
happy. Um, yeah, Elias is for sure my first star.
Okay. Who's your second star?
The Hardy Boys as a unit. Um, Great week for them. Great match. Great back on top. I love it.
Yeah, I'll go with them too. Even though I didn't see the match, it's great that they won the titles. Great that they're staying relevant. I think both of them can still go, especially as a tag team, since they don't have to do the brunt of the work. They can split it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like it. My third star, Lacey Evans. She had a good week. Very good debut week. Right against the champ. She held her own. Very good.
My third star, I'll go Sami Zayn. I thought he made a really good in-ring return
Mm.
with that really good match against Finn.
Oh yeah, that was a good match actually.
And I thought the promo he cut out before and after were very good.
I think the execution was good, but I think the type of heel. I just hope that people aren't like it's not like too much of a duplicate of Daniel Bryan, his recent heel run. Similar type of like you people, you people. So
What I think he's going to more be is like going less for the political angle of it and more at the like you're two-faced, you fans don't actually care.
that's if he plays it like that, and he does, like you said, doesn't get political or anything like that, then okay.
Yeah, because I know Daniel Bryan and Sami Zayn do share a lot of the same political views, or at least it seems that way.
Yeah, they're both left-leaning.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I could see that 3rd star. Good return for him.
All right, and that leaves just 3 questions.
You know, Walter, I have sat in an oasis of thought and experience, of soul and enrichment for the past 7 days in preparation to bring you 3 questions that are carved in the font of 1,000 Maniacs. So, Walter, I do have 3 questions for you, and they are quite wild. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay, question number 1. When will we ever see Brock Lesnar in WWE again?
I would say SummerSlam, but that's around the time that apparently UFC is trying to set up him and Cormier. And it's so hard to tell because I think especially if he wins and he wins the UFC heavyweight title, there's no way we see him till he drops that title.
That's true. That's very true.
I'm going to actually say I think the earliest we see him again is Rumble.
Yeah, I could see that. It could be a while.
Yeah.
It might even be like next WrestleMania. You might get a full
right.
year. Question number 2. Do Elias and The Undertaker eventually face off in a match? And if so, who gets the upper hand?
Now, the rumor is that that's the match at the next Saudi Arabia show, but I'd like to see that at a show that doesn't make me vomit. So I'm going to say they do it at SummerSlam.
SummerSlam. Oh my God, Walter. If they do that at SummerSlam, and I'm there for that, I would cry. I actually might cry. You can't tease me like that, Walter.
Yeah, I
watch that match live is like actually tearing me up. I never thought I'd see Undertaker wrestle live again. So
I've actually never seen him wrestle live.
Oh man. I only ever seen him when I was like 5. It was my very first WWF show. It was a house show. They came to the old Edmonton Coliseum. And Kane was my favorite wrestler at the time. I remember watching, he came out and I was so excited. And then it was those two were fighting on the same team. And that gong hit and the lights went out and the purple lights came up. I did not stand up. I was only 5. I kept sitting in my seat. I was terrified of The Undertaker. Keep in mind that for like at that point, since I was maybe 3 or 4, I'd been watching like Survivor Series 91 and SummerSlam 94, like all these pay-per-views on VHS tapes. The Undertaker scared the living shit out of me. So,
and that was what, like 98, 99?
Probably 99. You know what? I remember the day because I think it was the same day that Wayne Gretzky retired. It was his last match, last game. Wayne Gretzky's last final game. I'm gonna Google that, Walter. Tell us how you would book. This isn't your third question, but how would you try and even book that feud, like the couple weeks leading up to it? I would be curious to hear it.
I don't know what I'd do in like the couple weeks. Like, I'd mostly have Taker not appear, and I'd have Elias like sing really derogatory songs.
Just
I'd even have Kane interrupt at one time. And then, like, that lead to a match, and, of course, have Elias go over Kane. And then I think what I would do for, like, say, the Go Home Raw before the show, Undertaker makes his entrance. It's all dark. The light's only on him. He takes off the hat and the light comes on. Elias is behind him with the guitar, smashes the guitar over his head.
That would be friggin' awesome.
But then as Elias is celebrating and acting like, oh, all cocky, Taker sits up and Elias bolts.
That would be fantastic. Chicken shit just runs out of the... Oh. Walter, I figured it out. I was actually right. There was a WWF show in Edmonton, April 18th, 1999. I don't know what the hell date that actually was, but the main event was Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Big Show. They beat The Rock and Big Boss Man. Also on that show was Mankind and Goldust. WWF Tag Team Champions X-Pac and Kane defeated Triple H and Test.
Triple H and Test?
Yeah. Godfather pinned Tiger Ali Singh with the Ho Train. Undertaker. Ken Shamrock defeated Undertaker when the Acolytes interfered. So,
that's peak terrifying Undertaker.
Yeah,
that's Ministry of Darkness.
Fucking scary shit. I was so young for this, and I still remember that. Like that guitar, when he had that.
I love his Ministry theme.
Oh man, that's the best. I'm looking at this going, fuck, if I would have been, I wish I was older. Like I remember just like the visuals, but man, yeah. Oh man. You know what shirt I got at this show?
What?
You remember the old Brahma Bull shirt, the blue Brahma Bull?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my very first wrestling shirt, was that shirt.
Oh.
See, like, man, oh man. Like, oh, god damn it. This would have been right after Mania 15, no?
Yeah. Wow. God, what a terrible show that was.
You're telling me you didn't like Undertaker hanging Big Boss Man?
No. The only redeeming quality on that show was Austin versus Rock.
That's a damn good point. That was actually a really good show, though. Or, I mean, a really good match. Yeah. But although their Backlash match the month after
was better.
Yes. Okay, I'm just figuring out this one last thing. I want to figure out on what day. How do I check that? I want to just what day was April 18, 1999? It was a Sunday. Okay. Anyways, I should watch the April 19th Raw one day. The third question, I guess, would say, do you think Drew McIntyre is going to go to SmackDown?
I would have originally said no, but after tonight, that's a possibility.
Okay, so let's say him and Kofi feud. What are you expecting out of that?
If him and Kofi feud, I would expect eventually for Drew to go over.
How many matches do you think we'd get out of them? I think that would be a really good feud.
I think you could stretch it out and do like 4.
That would be
they'd have to make sure to give each match like a different feel. Like have the first one be more of a wrestling match, the second one
maybe
more of a brawl, the third one like something really heated to where it's like a mixture, and like the fourth one do Hell in a Cell or something.
Yeah, go all out. They could, because there's a lot of elements to that, right? Like it could
Yeah.
eat up maybe for one of those pay-per-views, it's New Day versus Drew in the bar, and then and then you kind of come back to Kofi, right?
Yeah.
That'd be really cool. I got excited when I seen the main event of SmackDown. I was like, okay.
I think if they keep the bar on SmackDown and move Drew there, I think that would be a nice little 3-man unit.
Yeah, it would. I think it would, and it would just be a really good foil for New Day as well. So
I think. What I would love to see is just 1 week they do like Drew and Sheamus versus because with the different combinations of 2 you can put in for New Day, I like Big E and Xavier best.
Yes.
And I just think Drew and Sheamus would make a neat team.
I think that'd be a pretty neat team too. Well, those are your questions 3, Walter. And I hope they changed your life, because they did change mine.
They definitely changed mine.
I've successfully. Well, I guess we still have to do our ratings, and then I'll reflect on the show.
Raw. The grade for Raw. I'll give it a C-. I think the couple high points lifted it up to where it's not like a D, but it's damn close.
I think maybe I'll give it a C. I really liked Elias Undertaker.
Yeah.
That's really all I can say. And I thought Lacey Evans was good, but that Elias Undertaker is something I'll remember for a long time. So,
yeah.
I'll give it a C.
And then SmackDown, I'll give it a C. It was very much just there. I mean, you had the tag titles changing hands. You had the main event, which was all right. I didn't see the opening 6-man tag. How was that?
Decent, actually. It was not bad. I think I'd probably just give SmackDown a C too. The iconic segment was pretty good, so I liked that. That was pretty good. But again, like you said, it was kind of just there,
Yeah.
A good feel-good moment at the end.
Right.
There we go. Shane McMahon cut a pretty good promo. Is what it is. I'll get a C for sure.
Yeah. All right, and that is the recap for the post-Raw or post-Mania.
We made it.
And Raw.
We made it through it without mentioning WrestleMania, so Matt Net is not going to kill us.
Right, his snipers can go home.
They don't.
Don't forget to tune in tomorrow night for the podcast, the Mania review. Also, if you like this, like, comment, share, subscribe. Comment down below. What did you think of Raw and SmackDown? Did you think it was better than we thought? Did you think it was worse than we thought? What are your thoughts on who do you think is going to go where in the Superstar Shakeup? Don't forget to follow us both on Twitter. That is down in the description box below. Also, don't forget to follow Unlimited on Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. I promise we're going to do something on Twitch soon. And with that, thank you all for watching. I will see you all later.
Everyone go please go and yell at Matt Meffy on Twitter. Thank you.
Yes. Send him like vile, derogatory things.
Yes.
Bye, everybody.